The next Blade movie, starring Mahershala Ali, has been taking time to come to reality. It was initially announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, but until recently, no progress was made. But now it has director Bassam Tariq and just added the fourth actor to the cast with Milan Ray, Delroy Lindo, and Aaron Pierre. The production is ready to begin. When it came out in 1998, Blade was very successful as one of Marvel's first modern superhero movies. While the third movie didn't live up to the success of the first two, the trilogy remains one of Wesley Snipes' most iconic roles. It is a highly entertaining and downright fun comic book series that deserves a second look. The main character, Blade, was born at the same time that his mother was turning into a vampire, making him half vampire, half human. As the vampire Frost from the first movie puts it, he is all our strengths, none of our weaknesses. He does actually have one weakness: he thirsts for blood, and needs to take a serum to keep him from feeding on human blood. Filming is starting for the upcoming reboot of Blade starring Mahershala Ali. In the 1990s, Marvel was struggling with making movies. By then, Marvel had not released a movie since Howard the Duck in 1986. Of all the superheroes at Marvel's disposal, Blade was a unique choice, a black vampire hunter with a dark story. But it was an instant hit with fans, and even critics celebrated it. 2 years later, the first X-Men movie came out, funded in large part by Blade's success. And 4 years after that, came Tobey Maguire's debut in Spider-Man, which was a huge hit. But, without Blade kickstarting that massive avalanche, Marvel might not have eventually turned into the Titanic franchise that it currently is. Blade should be credited more than any other movie with sparking the beginning of Marvel's movie success. The team was able to get Guillermo del Toro to direct the second movie. They had the same writer from the first movie too, David S. Goyer, and they were ready to roll, starting plans for the sequel by 1999. Del Toro was in a career slump at that point, and needed a big hit. His most recent big movie, Mimic, was a flop financially, and he was struggling. It might have been risky to look for that in the sequel to a comic book movie, but Del Toro took the chance. Goyer and Del Toro were both comic book fans, so their vision of how the movie should look, and especially feel, was unified for this project. Blade 2 was a turning point for Del Toro, giving him the success he needed to get back into things. The third movie in the series, Blade, Trinity, was not nearly as good. It was panned by critics and fans, with many people citing the presence of flashy fight scenes, with little or no substance underneath. This movie was also written by Goyer, like the first two, but this time he directed it as well. Not everything was bad, though. Talk of more sequels, or a prequel series, flitted around for years afterwards, but other than a little-known TV series, nothing happened, until now. Marvel is making a reboot movie, which will be a part of the MCU, and might even have some crossovers with other movies. Let's see some comments about the new Blade teaser trailer. If it's not Wesley Snipes, it ain't Blade. Not gonna be the same. But something different. No one will ever be able to replace Wesley Snipes, and the very first modern Marvel adapted to film. What is this crap and this pseudo-actor without any charisma? The 3 Blade movies marked a whole new genre of cinema at the time, and no one has ever done better. I hope they skip the agenda bullshit and just make a good movie. They won't get my money without Wesley in it. Let's just hope it will be a decent film. I don't have high hopes. With all the politically correct that's being put into movies lately, I can't expect too much. Of course nobody will ever match the real Blade Snipes. Everyone knows it. Wesley was Blade, he didn't play Blade. Wesley is the real deal, there will be no other. What can I say? Hope the movie goes well. But don't forget the real is Wesley Snipes. Brother, I miss you playing Blade, please return, it's so sad. No disrespect for the other, but we need you, brother. Bring Snipes back. Just doesn't seem right without Snipes, it's like having Iron Man without Robert Downey Jr. Video made at Rollideo.com. Rollideo is a super easy tool to automatically create videos with auto-generated voiceovers and the exact subtitles. Thanks for watching.